René Descartes, the modern philosopher. Introduction. René Descartes, often hailed as the father of modern philosophy, left an indelible mark on the intellectual landscape of the Western world. Born in the 17th century, his life and work embody a pivotal transition from medieval scholasticism to the dawn of modern rationalism and scientific method. This essay explores Descartes' life, his philosophical contributions, and his impact on modern thought, examining how his revolutionary ideas reshaped our understanding of knowledge, reality, and existence. 1. The life of René Descartes. René Descartes was born on March 31, 1596, in La Haye-en-Touraine, France, a town now named after him in his honor. Coming from a family of minor nobility, Descartes received an education that set the stage for his future intellectual pursuits. At the age of 8, he was sent to the Jesuit College of La Flache, where he studied for 8 years. The Jesuit education focused on rigorous academic discipline and intellectual training, which profoundly influenced Descartes. After completing his education at La Flache, Descartes went on to study law at the University of Poitiers, graduating in 1616. However, he never practiced law, choosing instead a life dedicated to study and reflection. For a time, he served in the armies of both the Dutch and Bavarian provinces, experiences that broadened his perspective and exposed him to various intellectual currents. In 1628, Descartes moved to the Netherlands, where he lived in relative quiet for over 20 years. This period was incredibly productive, as he wrote and published many of his most important works. Finally, in 1649, he accepted an invitation from Queen Christina of Sweden to become her philosophical tutor, a decision that proved fatal. The harsh Swedish climate took a toll on his health, and Descartes died of pneumonia on February 11, 1650, in Stockholm. 2. Major works of René Descartes. Descartes' contributions to philosophy and science are vast, but some of his most influential works include Meditations on First Philosophy, Discourse on the Method, Principles of Philosophy, and The Passions of the Soul. These works not only laid the foundations of Cartesian rationalism but also challenged the philosophical assumptions of his time. 2.1 Discourse on the Method 1637. Discourse on the Method is perhaps Descartes' most famous work. Published in 1637, this text is essential for understanding his philosophical approach. In it, Descartes sets out the groundwork for his method of obtaining true knowledge, emphasizing methodological doubt as a crucial first step. This work introduces the famous phrase Cogito, ergo sum I think, therefore I am, which encapsulates his argument that the existence of the thinking self is undeniable and thus the first secure truth one can reach. To point to Meditations on First Philosophy 1:6-1. In Meditations on First Philosophy, Descartes delves deeper into the ideas presented in the Discourse on the Method. This work, structured as 6 meditations, aims to establish a firm foundation for scientific and philosophical knowledge. Descartes explores themes such as the existence of God, the distinction between mind and body, and the nature of reality. Through a process of radical doubt, Descartes seeks to discard all uncertain beliefs, reconstructing knowledge from indubitable truths. 2.3 Principles of Philosophy 1644. Principles of Philosophy is an ambitious work that attempts to synthesize philosophical and scientific knowledge. Descartes presents his philosophy as a complete system, starting with metaphysical foundations and progressing to physics and astronomy. In this work, Descartes continues to develop his mind-body dualism and his conception of matter and space. 2. The Passions of the Soul 1:6-9. In The Passions of the Soul, Descartes explores the nature of human emotions. This work is significant because it shows Descartes' interest in psychology and physiology and how these disciplines relate to his dualistic philosophy. Descartes argues that passions are caused by the interaction between body and mind and provides a detailed analysis of various emotions, their origins, and their effects. 3. Contributions to modern philosophy. Descartes is recognized as the founder of modern rationalism, a philosophical movement that posits reason as the primary source of knowledge. His philosophical method, based on methodological doubt and the search for indubitable truths, marked a turning point in the history of philosophy. 3.1 Methodological doubt and the cogito. The principle of methodological doubt is central to Descartes' philosophy. By doubting everything that can be questioned, Descartes aims to identify truths that are absolutely certain. This process leads him to the famous conclusion cogito, ergo sum. The certainty of his own existence as a thinking being becomes the first fundamental truth in his philosophical system. 3. To Cartesian dualism. One of Descartes' most significant contributions to philosophy is his mind-body dualism. According to Descartes, reality consists of two fundamental substances: res cogitans, thinking substance, and res extensa, extended substance. The mind is independent of the body, which raises important questions about the nature of consciousness and personal identity. This dualism profoundly influenced the development of psychology and the philosophy of mind. 3.3 The existence of God and the truth of clear and distinct ideas. Descartes also addresses the existence of God as a guarantor of the truth of knowledge. He argues that the idea of a perfect being must have been placed in our minds by an equally perfect being, namely God. The existence of a benevolent God ensures that the clear and distinct ideas we perceive do not deceive us, thus providing a solid foundation for scientific knowledge. 3.4 Science and the Cartesian method. Descartes' influence extended beyond philosophy into science. His emphasis on mathematical method and his belief in a mechanistic universe laid the groundwork for the development of modern science. Descartes promoted the idea that the physical world could be understood through the laws of physics and mathematics, moving away from Aristotelian explanations based on inherent qualities and purposes. 4. Impact and legacy of René Descartes. The impact of Descartes on philosophy and science is immense. His ideas marked the beginning of modern philosophy and laid the foundations for the development of rationalism, empiricism, and modern science. Philosophers such as Spinoza, Leibniz, and later Kant were deeply influenced by Descartes' ideas, even as many also critiqued and developed their own philosophies in response to him. 4.1 Influence on rationalism and empiricism. Descartes is considered the father of rationalism, a philosophical movement that emphasizes the role of reason in acquiring knowledge. Rationalist philosophers such as Spinoza and Leibniz expanded on Descartes' ideas, albeit with their modifications and criticisms. Conversely, empiricism, represented by philosophers such as Locke, Berkeley, and Hume, emerged partly as a reaction against Cartesian rationalism, emphasizing sensory experience as the basis of knowledge. 4. To philosophical critiques and debates. While Descartes' work was revolutionary, it was not without criticism. Philosophers like Hobbes, Gassendi, and later Kant questioned various aspects of his philosophy. Criticisms focused on his dualism, his argument for the existence of God, and his reliance on reason as the primary source of knowledge. These philosophical debates were crucial for the subsequent development of philosophy, stimulating new ideas and approaches. 4.3 Contributions to science and mathematics. Descartes also made significant contributions to science and mathematics. His work Geometry introduced analytical geometry, merging algebra and geometry in a way that revolutionized both fields. The Cartesian coordinate system, named after him, is fundamental in modern mathematics and physics. Additionally, his mechanistic conception of the universe influenced the development of physics, paving the way for Newton's laws of motion. 4. Legacy in the philosophy of mind and psychology. Cartesian dualism has had a lasting impact on the philosophy of mind and psychology. The distinction between mind and body posited by Descartes remains a central issue in these fields. Although dualism has been critiqued and challenged by materialism and functionalism, the idea that the mind has a distinct nature from the body continues to be a significant philosophical question. Conclusion. René Descartes stands as a central figure in the history of philosophy and science. His life and work reflect a crucial transition toward modern thinking, characterized by an emphasis on reason, methodological doubt, and knowledge based on clear and distinct principles. Through his writings, Descartes established the foundations of rationalism and left a lasting legacy that continues to influence philosophy, science, and mathematics. Although his ideas have been debated and critiqued, his impact is undeniable, and his philosophy remains a key reference point for understanding the development of Western thought. In summary, René Descartes not only transformed the philosophy of his time, but also opened new avenues of thought that have shaped our understanding of the world and ourselves. His relentless pursuit of certainty and rigorous method continue to inspire philosophers, scientists, and thinkers in their quest for truth and knowledge. **** Extended exploration. René Descartes' contributions and their continued relevance ***. To fully appreciate Descartes' influence, it's essential to delve deeper into the specific aspects of his contribution. 5. Cartesian method and modern science. Descartes' methodological approach laid a crucial foundation for the development of modern scientific inquiry. By emphasizing the importance of doubt and systematic skepticism, Descartes encouraged a critical attitude towards knowledge that underpins scientific methods today. His insistence on clear and distinct ideas as the basis for knowledge resonates with the empirical rigor and logical coherence demanded in scientific research. 5.1 Analytical geometry and its applications. The development of analytical geometry by Descartes was groundbreaking. By unifying algebra and geometry, Descartes provided tools that enabled the precise description of geometric shapes using equations. This approach is fundamental in modern mathematics, physics, engineering, and computer science, allowing for the modeling and solving of complex problems in various fields. 5.2 Mechanistic philosophy and physics. Descartes' mechanistic view of the universe, where physical phenomena are explained by the interaction of matter according to fixed laws, profoundly influenced the development of classical physics. This perspective laid the groundwork for Newtonian mechanics and continues to inform scientific models that describe the behavior of physical systems. 6. Dualism and the mind-body problem. The mind-body dualism proposed by Descartes remains one of his most discussed and debated ideas. By positing that the mind and body are distinct substances, Descartes initiated a discourse that has evolved into various contemporary debates in philosophy, cognitive science, and artificial intelligence. 6.1 Contemporary dualism and its critics. While Cartesian dualism has faced significant challenges from materialist and physicalist perspectives, which argue that mental states can be fully explained by physical processes in the brain, it has also inspired other dualist theories. Property dualism, for example, maintains that mental properties are non-physical properties of physical substances. 6.2 Functionalism and the philosophy of mind. Functionalism, a contemporary theory of mind influenced by Descartes' dualism, argues that mental states are defined by their functional roles rather than by their physical makeup. This theory has significant implications for artificial intelligence, suggesting that if a machine can perform the same functions as a human brain, it might possess a mind. 7. Ethics and the role of emotions. Descartes' exploration of emotions in the passions of the soul anticipated later developments in psychology and neuroscience. By examining how emotions arise from the interaction between mind and body, Descartes opened the door to a more nuanced understanding of human behavior. 7.1 Emotions in contemporary psychology. Modern psychology builds on Descartes' insights into emotions, exploring how physiological processes and cognitive appraisals interact to produce emotional experiences. The study of emotions continues to be a vibrant field, with research examining their roles in decision-making, social interactions, and mental health. 7.2 Ethical implications. The study of emotions also has ethical implications. Understanding the origins and effects of emotions can inform debates on moral responsibility, self-control, and the cultivation of virtues. Descartes' work provides a foundation for considering how emotions influence ethical behavior and decision-making. 8. Descartes and artificial intelligence. Descartes' philosophical ideas have significant implications for contemporary discussions about artificial intelligence (AI). His dualistic approach, emphasizing the distinction between thinking beings and physical objects, poses important questions about the nature of intelligence and consciousness. 8.1 AI and the nature of mind. The debate over whether AI can possess a mind, consciousness, or self-awareness echoes Descartes' inquiries into the nature of thought and existence. If AI can emulate human cognitive functions, does it qualify as a thinking entity? This question challenges our understanding of consciousness and personhood. 8.2 Ethical considerations in AI development. Descartes' emphasis on clear and distinct reasoning provides a framework for considering the ethical development and deployment of AI. Ensuring that AI systems are transparent, accountable, and aligned with human values reflects a Cartesian commitment to rationality and ethical clarity. 9. Descartes' legacy in modern philosophy. Descartes' legacy extends far beyond his immediate contributions. His work set the stage for subsequent philosophical movements, including rationalism, empiricism, and existentialism, each engaging with and reacting to his ideas. 9.1 Rationalism and its evolution. Descartes is often seen as the progenitor of modern rationalism, which emphasizes reason as the primary source of knowledge. This tradition influenced philosophers like Spinoza and Leibniz, who further developed rationalist epistemologies and metaphysics. 9.2 Empiricism and the response to Descartes. Empiricists like John Locke, George Berkeley, and David Hume critiqued Descartes' rationalism, arguing that knowledge arises from sensory experience rather than innate ideas. This debate between rationalism and empiricism continues to be a central theme in epistemology. 9.3 Existentialism and Cartesian doubt. Existentialist philosophers, such as Jean-Paul Sartre and Martin Heidegger, drew on Descartes' method of radical doubt while rejecting his emphasis on reason as the foundation of knowledge. Existentialists focus on the lived experience of individuals and the inherent uncertainties of human existence, engaging with Descartes' exploration of selfhood and consciousness. 10. Conclusion. René Descartes' contributions to philosophy, science, and mathematics are profound and far-reaching. His method of doubt, rationalism, and dualistic ontology have shaped the contours of modern thought, influencing a wide range of disciplines and sparking ongoing debates. Descartes' life and work reflect a relentless pursuit of knowledge and truth, characterized by rigorous reasoning and a commitment to foundational principles. His ideas continue to resonate, offering valuable insights into the nature of reality, the mind, and the ethical implications of our intellectual endeavors. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, Descartes' legacy provides a critical framework for understanding and addressing the challenges we face. His philosophy encourages us to seek clarity, question assumptions, and strive for a deeper comprehension of ourselves and the universe we inhabit. In doing so, Descartes remains a vital guide and inspiration for contemporary thinkers, scientists, and scholars in their quest for truth and understanding. And how they continue to shape contemporary thought.